con... Listo. Okay. David, could you please go to your contribution margin and break-even analysis, cost volume profit analysis? Very good. Okay. Let's go to the overall break-even. Okay. That's the total. Yes. Okay. Could you please explain what it means for a company, the break-even?
The break-even is all the sales that we need to, well, the units that we need to sell to, I don't know how to say, to recover the investments and to cover the costs. I mean, like I'm not losing, but also I'm not winning money.
Yes, you mentioned the right thing, that it's to cover the fixed costs. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would happen if we take a look at the Express Kitchen break-even? Where is it? The total. Yes, there. Okay. We see here the total break-even point in units is 270. What would happen if it becomes 400? What does it mean?
If our overall break-even is 100.
400.
Well, it means that well, our costs are lower, and also, well, if our break-even point is lower, it's because we sell less than we sell now. Because, well, I don't know how to explain, but the overall break-even, if it's lower, it means that we sell less than we're selling now. Because if we sell less, also our costs are lower, so the break-even is also lower.
Okay, and if it increases, what does it mean?
Well, if it increases, also we sell more. We sell more, and if you will sell more, also our costs are higher.
But is it okay? Remember that the break-even, it's there to cover our fixed costs.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, if it's higher, our break-even point, it means that we need to sell more to cover our fixed costs, because maybe they are higher.
And is it good or bad for the company?
Well, if our break-even is higher, is it good or not? It depends, I think, because I don't think it's, well, let me think. If our break-even is higher or lower. No, it's not good. It's not good.
Why?
Because that means that we need to sell a lot to cover all our costs, our fixed costs.
Okay. Yes, now we're talking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, if we go to marginal analysis. Could you please explain the conclusion?
Yeah, well, the conclusion is that in the marginal analysis, we make a comparison of all the products we sold to see how do the income of that product involve all the costs that the product means. Here we see that tacos de arrachera it's our operating income, it's negative, but yeah, we see all the expenses that are avoidable, and we see that if we remove tacos de arrachera, we're saving 27,000 pesos. And as a team, we choose to remove it because, well, in this marginal analysis, when it sirve para to look if the sales are, well, if it's going to have a positive change to the operating income if we remove tacos de arrachera, because our expenses or our costs are also lower if we remove it, because I don't say trabajando.
Sigue, si quieres en
Y
español.
tacos de bueno, sí, en español mejor, se me está complicando en inglés. Bueno, aquí lo que hicimos fue, es que ver si conviene o no quitarlo, porque tenemos nuestras ventas, pero también tenemos nuestros costos. Y lo que tenemos que ver es que si quitamos las ventas, algunos costos se van a quedar, pero también hay algunos costos que son avoidable o not avoidable. Y aquí en este caso los avoidables son 27,000. Y lo que estamos aquí perdiendo es nuestro contribution es de 5,000. Entonces, si quitamos las ventas que nos está generando, pues nos daría un cambio positivo en la empresa.
Ok. Y dime, ¿qué pasaría si todo lo demás se mantiene igual? Los not avoidable es el 100% de todos los costos relacionados a los tacos de arrachera.
Well, in that case, no convendría quitar tacos de arrachera because all the expenses are not avoidable. I mean, we can keep that cost, but we also are creating the sales of tacos de arrachera, so we're not compensating the income and the costs.
Okay. Thank you, David. Ceci?
David, can you please show me the scenarios you have?
For the PN, well, we're putting the PNL
Okay,
scenarios.
great.
And
I see. Okay, that's good. The worst scenario, it says lower price 15%, right?
Right.
I'm reading it from your, well, I was reading because now I can only see small part.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Okay, can you manually change in your file that 15% lower price? Can you lower the prices 15%?
Yeah, what do you want to?
The price 15%.
It's higher or how?
Lower, because
Lower?
it's the worst scenario. Yes. Yeah. Well, Okay,
it
so
changes here in the basis.
Yeah, so it's very low, okay? We think here, David, is that the worst scenario you're presenting is very bad. You're losing money, right?
Yeah.
If you see there, you're losing. So that's not something to present. If you're doing a proposal, that worst is very worst.
If you're doing a proposal, well,
okay. So maybe decreasing prices and decreasing units so much is too aggressive.
Yeah, well, we do a scenario like in the pandemic, you know?
But it's the other way around because the pandemic is an opportunity for this business. So can you do, based on that worst scenario, can you do a no so worst scenario? Move those numbers in your file.
Which numbers?
Lower price, tax, and well, let's think just about lower price and units, okay? You have a -15 and you have a -10. Can you go to the file and do something not that bad? Maybe lower price 5% and units 5%.
Yeah, sure.
The worst is very worst. Okay, so let's see your P&L.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad, no. Your profits are 50,000. Okay, so let's work with the scenario. Can you go to the cash flow and see what we get in the cash flow? Okay, can you explain me the difference, David, between row 50 and row 51, net cash flow and the other net cash flow? 50 and 51.
What's 50 and 51?
Can you explain 50? Can you explain the difference between row 50 net cash flow and row 51?
Row 50?
50, la línea 50 y la línea 51.
Okay. It's because in the línea 50, you know, we're zoom the loan that we ask, because in the loan we ask for 105 pesos,
Okay.
but 180 was 20,100 was for all the operations. So we're assuming that our net cash flow.
Okay, so let's change that to 0. Move that to 0, please.
This to 0?
Yes, no loan. If you didn't have that loan,
Well,
the worst scenario. Okay, can you tell me based on the line 55,
here.
if you need to borrow or you have money to invest?
No,
How do you know?
I need to borrow. Well, how do I know? Because this is our target cash balance. It's the money that we need to use every month to operating. And the surplus is the money that we have after subtracting all the expenses. And well, it's negative, so we need to borrow.
Right. That's good, David. Finally, how did you decide on the loan you are getting? What was your analysis?
Well, because we look for a lot of, well, only three options in Banorte and all the rates are higher. So 19, but here it's 14, so it's not too high. Because our interest that we need to pay is 8,000. Here is 11,000. Also here. In a place of
enough. That's good for me, David. Thank you very much. You can stop the recording. You can stop sharing.